this is a major warning and a major red alert. They are now getting prepared for something very big to happen next week. And they have been getting prepared for this for a few months now. And they're taking this very serious, and they are prepping for potentially a major event to happen inside the United States next week at the Democratic National Convention. All right, that is what we're getting warnings of and heads up of right now. All right, they're in high alert for this, and they've actually been on alert for this for a few months now. Right, so this is something that everyone should be getting prepped for and getting ready for as we move into later in the year. You need to have all your stuff in order. All right, so let's dive into the details here really quick. Please just hit it up for me down there. Hit that like, hit that subscribe. I'm posting every single day, keeping you guys updated on this big news. All right, so this is a warning that we just got, and this is big because if something like this happens, this could change the trajectory of the end of this year and our country, right? So let's hope this doesn't happen. But we are even potentially moving into things like false flag territory, all right? I don't even want to say that, but potentially even moving into territory like that. Let's hope we don't see this, but they've been getting really prepared for this, and they're preparing for mass casualty events and chemical and biological events to potentially happen at the Democratic National Convention. All right, so I want you guys to listen to this video here really quick. This is a news report by ABC News that was put out by the local Chicago news, ABC 7, all right, because the DNC is being held in Chicago this year, okay, and they're warning that they are doing mass casualty drills, and they've been doing them for months, getting ready for a major event to happen potentially at the DNC. Let's hope we don't see that, but I want you guys to listen to this really quick.
They're doing it again to make sure they have it right.
Our biggest goal with this is turnkey mentality.
With the Democratic National Convention coming here to the United Center in just over a week, Rush Medical Center staged an emergency drill to ensure the staff is prepared for a mass casualty incident. Today's code triage alert simulates a gas or chemical attack.
Rush is the closest hospital to the DNC main site.
To be ready, the medical center equipped its ambulance bay to, if necessary, become a hazmat decontamination unit.
During any of these type of events, patients may experience contamination. Their eyes may be burning, their faces may be burning, they might have shortness of breath, but there's also individuals from our community that are having medical emergencies, and we can't expose those patients.
Once the doors open, security is going to be here to do crowd control.
Yep.
With the flip of a switch, isolation stations can be deployed, complete with ventilation and ceiling heaters and warm water.
They're going to get the eye wash station.
The operation's up and running in minutes.
For this exercise, it was to really kind of show and demonstrate how our process of decon with a mass casualty incident occurs and what we do to get ready for that.
About a dozen hospital residents walked through the first receiver decon drill.
What if is chemical and there's trauma?
There were questions and more answers as the afternoon drill finished up. Since May, the hospital has had 17 disaster drills similar to this one. They're planning another one this afternoon. It's all in an effort to prepare for what no one wants to happen. Reporting from Chicago's Near West Side, Evelyn Holmes, ABC 7 Eyewitness News.
All right, so you heard that there. They've done 17 of these drills as well, preparing for this, preparing for the DNC here. 17 drills since May. All right, so May was only 3 months away. It was only 12 weeks away. And they did 17 drills. So they're doing a drill every single week. At least some weeks they're doing 2 drills every single week. And now, right before it, the week before, they're doing a major chemical and biological drill where they're in full hazmat gear. All right, they have decontamination centers that they're ready to set up, and they don't always do this, right? Think about what happened to Trump, right? The security is not always up and up. They're not always preparing like this for every single event, all right? This isn't normal for them to be preparing. I don't think this many times. 17 times seems like a lot since May, right? Maybe it's normal. Correct me if I'm wrong, right? But it seems like a lot of drills since May, right? And they don't do this for every event. I didn't see this for the RNC, for the Republican National Convention. I didn't see any drills or anything like this. They might have done something, right? But this is being broadcast on local television in Chicago, okay? So you should be on high alert, red alert if you're in these areas for potentially something to happen, all right? We could see a major event here, and we don't want that, all right? Because that's going to be destabilization inside the U.S., and this could be destabilizing for even the elections, right? So let's hope that nothing like this happens, okay? But they have been doing major drills for mass casualty events for a, quote, code triage alert, right? So this would be, we are in the era and the time of these crazy events happening, okay? We keep seeing wild events happening inside the US, right? And cyber attacks, disruptions, assassination attempts, resignations, right? Things just keep getting flipped on their head over and over in the midst of a economic recession, okay? All these things are happening at the same time, and we could see something even bigger happen. Let's hope not, right? But because this could really change the narrative. We could see lockdowns, we could see martial law like scenarios if something like this happened, okay? And we could see all campaigning shut down. I mean, look at this. Not that I'm a fan of Taylor Swift, or you have to be a fan of Taylor Swift or anything, all right? I don't listen to her music or anything like that, okay? But this is what happened to her in Austria, okay? Just yesterday, she had to cancel multiple concerts, right, for Thursday and Friday because of an alleged ISIS terror plot, right? That is what is being reported. And they're saying that they were going to potentially launch chemical attacks, okay? The alleged plot that I was seeing is that there was a guy that was hired for security, okay? So this guy was an insider, so he was part of the security team that was going to be for Taylor Swift in Austria, right, in the Austrian capital of Vienna. And he was an insider for the security team here, right? This is wild stuff. This could happen anywhere. Let's hope this doesn't happen, right? But this could happen anywhere. And they were planning to drive a vehicle into this concert, all right? It's going to be a massive concert here. And pop out and launch chemical, biological attacks, potentially, allegedly, and then physical attacks as well, right? So this is what's being reported. They're saying they shut down all the concerts for her, right? And this could happen here, right? We could see something similar here. A lot of things are bubbling up. Our country is wide open to right? That's another major thing that is not taken into consideration for security. We want to have these secure barriers around events, all right, which are critical. Even Trump has been holding all his events inside now for increased security. But we set up these security perimeters around these events when our country is wide open as well. Our country does not have a security perimeter. We're just allowing countless people into our country that could potentially be a risk, right? There's not a lot of vetting because the countries that would be adversarial to the United States, they don't cooperate with the United States with any type of vetting. So we don't even know who these people are at all, right? Sorry, I got a mosquito flying around. So the adversarial countries, there's no vetting anyway. So how are we supposed to know who the people are? And a lot of these countries have allowed the worst of the worst to leave their country. And a lot of times they do end up here inside the United States, right? So, and just a few days ago as well, they were pushing the idea, and a guy got arrested by the Department of Justice who was planning a assassination attempt on Trump. And he allegedly came over from Pakistan and was in coordination with people from Iran, right? That's the story that they're putting out, right? So all these things are going on, all these crazy things, these wild narratives, and it seems like they're really pushing these narratives to be next level. Like, we really could see something like this happen, right? And we don't want this to happen, right? The key is to be prepped, right? Always be prepping, always be ready. We have our preps in order. We had our power out just last week, right, from this hurricane. And we had to get the generator out. Was running it in the rain undercover, right? Running wires over to the house because you can't run it inside. And you can't really run it in the rain either. Heavy rain, you can run it in a little bit of rain, but it can't be sitting in water because it'll mess up the grounding of the generator, right? So, and you could get electrocuted. There's a little bit of risk here, so we always put it on blocks and kind of jack it up so it's not just sitting in water. But it needed to be covered too, right? So just get your preps ready, get yourself prepared, because if something like this happens, there could be a chaos rippling as well inside of society where people kind of wake up a little bit. People might wake up and be like, wait a minute, this is crazy, what's going on? And there could be people gathering up supplies, right? Hopefully it wouldn't last long, but there could be a panic buying phase where you could see disruptions of critical things. People love to snatch up all the bread, all the milk, all the toilet paper, things like that as soon as there's any type of emergency, right? So make sure you have these things stocked up and ready to go. Thank you guys for watching. Please hit it up for me down there to help get this warning out so people know what is going on, right? I want to be near these big events, right? I want to be anyways, but I want to be going to these big political events right now, right? We could see something else happen. So thank you guys. Hope you have big blessings for your life, your family, and I hope you have a big old blessed day.